Okay, hello everyone, and now it's time for my weekly review of Doctor Who, Season 6, Episode 12, Closing Time. Now, I have a confession to make. Ever since I first started watching Doctor Who, I've always preferred the Cybermen to the Daleks. There's just that closeness about them to humanity. They started off as, well, not humans, Mondasians, but the same thing. And just the body horror of the fact that circumstance and desperation forced them to slowly remove their humanity bit by bit until they became something other, something terrible. And it really, I just loved them. I mean, my favourite version were the Wheel in Space ones. They were sneaky, they were cunning, they were made to replace the Daleks, and they did their job well. So I've never been happy with how New Who has treated them. They've turned them basically into catchphrase spewing, marching, stomping robots. They don't have the same body horror as the originals. So, saying that, I have to say Closing Time I feel was one of the better ones. Because it did harken back to the originals of being sneaky in small groups, covertly going about their business, taking over planets that way. Not full force invasions stomping about. But I still felt they were filling characters. They weren't there specifically, you could have replaced them with any other monster doing the same thing, draining the city power for their ship, and it would have worked just as well. It's not a definitively Cyberman story, they were bit players. I mean, it was fantastic to see the Cybermen back, Cybermats back, and them actually playing on the original cuteness of them by giving them piranha teeth. That was cool. And I like the character of Craig, played by James Corden, so much better this time around. And was it just me, or was Craig openly bisexual in this? Talking about the fact that he it's kind of revealed he has a crush on the Doctor and almost kisses him. Oh well. Good for Doctor Who, as usual. No, and I love the Doctor in this. I love the moments with little Stormageddon Dark Lord of All, or Alfie, and just with Craig just talking about his feelings, and the sense you get Craig really was a proper mate to him. Not a companion, but a proper mate, like a friend. Which was really nice, and just him talking about his experiences, and he's going to die, and I love how they're handling it. Moffat is handling the Doctor dealing with the idea of death far better than Russell T Davies ever would. He's not had the Doctor screaming and wailing and stomping his feet like a scared child. He is, he's got this sombre moroseness, but the accepting responsibility of an adult, which I like. It plays into the Doctor's complex character, and just the way he behaves in this episode is about his fundamental good nature. He is trying to live out the last days of his life for him, doing the last few things that he wants, and he can't, because he's a fundamentally good person. He can't walk away from a problem when he sees it, even if it means wasting the last of his hours. And it's repeated with what Craig actually says, that for all the damage the Doctor does when his travels, the damage that would happen were he not there far exceeds that, and it just gets to that right point. The Doctor hates himself for how he screws up, but he is needed and he is fundamentally a good person. So yeah, I really enjoyed that aspect. I just wish they had done something a bit more of the Cybermen. It's a step in the right direction, but there needs to be more. There really does from them. You know, give them a proper scheme, give them a long-term plot, give them a conniving intelligence beyond just going, delete, 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 you will be assimilated, delete, oh look at us stomp about, oh. Although I did love the line, favourite line of this episode? We can take over this planet for only 6, you know we can. That was fantastic. And just the woman at the end thinking the Doctor and James were partners, which when you actually look back through the episode and see them interacting from her points of view, it perfectly makes sense. Fantastic. And so yeah, I enjoyed the episode. Cybermen could have been better. So forgot these. So I have to say I will give the episode 3.5 TARDISes out of 5. See you later.